Police think they've cracked a murder mystery that has gripped West Michigan for 2.5 decades. The state attorney general announced the arrests of brothers Matthew and Paul Jones today. Both are charged with first-degree murder in the brutal 1989 killing of 18-year-old Shannon Siders. News Channel 3's Jared Worksma got exclusive access to the probable cause hearing that led to those charges, and he spoke with one of the last people ever to see Shannon alive. He is live in Newaygo now, revealing the disturbing information that he uncovered. Jared.
Well, Andy, investigators revealed during this probable cause hearing that the cold case was able to find witnesses who say that they saw the Jones brothers with Siders in the woods, both while she was still alive and after she was beaten, raped, and killed. Now, as you can imagine, that is very difficult information for her father to hear, and the key witnesses, their identities are being protected, but we were able to track down one of the last people to see Siders alive. What do you think about the information itself and the fact that that person held on to it for so long?
If the information is true, I'm wondering, don't they have a conscience? If they were scared 25 years ago or 17 years old, I can understand it. 10 years later, you're 27, man up.
Bob Siders says he always believed his daughter's killer was still in Newaygo, maybe even a friend. Everyone Shannon Siders went out with the night she disappeared was named in the probable cause hearing. You have heard those names before?
Yeah, they're all names that are familiar, but if you gave me a lineup, I probably couldn't pick out half of them.
Matt and Paul Jones were on the list. So was another pair of brothers.
They were on a short list at one time, too, but I know for a fact they've been cleared.
When did you see her? What were you guys doing? Norman Shields is one of those brothers. When was the last time that you actually saw Shannon Siders?
In her car, or in their car.
Whose car?
Skip and Paul's.
Skip and Paul being Matt and Paul?
Yep.
He says he went home around midnight and doesn't know what happened next. But the next morning, your brother came home.
Yes. My brother had gotten in a car accident.
He says his brother was with the Jones brothers all night, and on the way home, he slammed on his brakes, causing Paul and Matt Jones to rear-end him.
Then Paul got out of the vehicle and smacked my brother. And
detectives say one of the eyewitnesses was kicked in the face by Paul Jones and overheard one of the brothers say, "You ran her over. Face it, she's dead," before watching the Jones brothers drag Shannon's lifeless body towards their car. You don't think there's any way that your brother's this witness?
No, I don't think so.
It says that the main witness that actually saw Paul standing over Shannon's body was kicked in the face by Paul.
No.
You said your brother was hit by Paul.
Slapped.
Slapped?
Slapped.
And what kind of injuries did he have?
None.
But you talked to your brother about that night. He says he doesn't remember anything.
Yeah, he said he was passed out. And when he woke up the next day, that part I don't know exactly what happened there.
Now, we did try to track down Shields' brother tonight to ask him exactly what he does remember from that night, but we weren't able to do so. Meanwhile, Siders says whoever the key witnesses in this case are, he is very excited to hear their stories during the trial, and he's also looking forward to seeing if they will face charges for holding on to those stories for so long. We're live in Newaygo County tonight. I'm Jared Worksma, News Channel 3.